Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for organizing this hearing. I actually like being at the end because I've learned so much along the way.
I hope the gentlelady knows that others may come. You
Yeah.
never quite know you're at the end.
Right. So, so far, two silicosis lawsuits against stone slab manufacturers have made their way through court. In one, the jury found for the plaintiff and awarded the injured worker $52.4 million in damage. But in another, a jury ruled in favor of the defendant manufacturers. So this doesn't always go one way, which is what happens when you go to court and you get the facts and you apply the law to the facts. And so far, as we've heard, there's around 500 other cases that have been filed and working their way through the court system. And Dr. Michaels, it's true that many of these cases are not in California. I even, a nice little Google search during this hearing revealed that some have been in Colorado, in Texas, in Washington State, in Oregon State. Dr. Michaels, are you familiar with those cases?
No, I'm not an attorney. I haven't really followed the cases. I mean, the legal cases, that's of less interest to me.
Mm-hmm. But have you heard about silicosis problems in other states?
Yes, I've heard about silicosis cases popping up around the country. What's clear to me is there is a system in California, of a reasonably good surveillance system from Dr. Fazio and others who have weighed in here, and the word has gone out and workers are being screened, and that's why we have these hundreds of cases. In fact, I'd like to enter for the record the statistics put out by the health department that 54% of fabrication shops in California have silicosis cases, if I can just add that.
Okay.
But we haven't seen them around the country because no one...
Without objection, all of your material will be placed in the record.
But we haven't seen them, that many cases around the country because no one's looked for them. We have no doubt thousands of cases if there are 500 cases in California.
Okay, and before he left, Mr. Neguse handed me some information about a case in Colorado where the fabricator's small business followed all the safety standards and had this wet cutting that we saw the video of and followed what happened. And according to the information provided by Mr. Neguse, all the workers in the shop have developed silicosis, all of them. And they are now facing a nightmare. And so this brings me back to my initial statement about when things go to trial. When things go to trial, and I'll go back to Mr. Michaels and your experience at OSHA, courts look at the different fact patterns in the different cases and render judgment based on those nuances. It may be that it's one of these bad actors that we've heard about, but it may be this fabricator in Colorado where they did everything right, and you just look at all those facts. Is that correct, Mr. Michaels?
That's correct. In fact, it's very important that I correct what the chairman said earlier. The OSHA silica standard is not a safe standard. OSHA sets standards based on health effects, but also on economic and technological feasibility. So just because you're within the silica standard from OSHA, it doesn't mean you're safe. And this particular type of silica, crystalline silica that's coated with resins, is clearly more dangerous. Workers get silicosis much more quickly, younger, and they die more quickly than other workers who are exposed to silica. Let me also, since we're talking about OSHA, I have to say there's some rich irony here to talk about. If we only had more OSHA inspections, if we made sure these companies followed OSHA, the problem would be solved. You have a Congress here that is cutting OSHA as much as they can. The president's budget is wiping out OSHA. And beyond that, the co-sponsor of this bill, Mr. McClintock's colleague from California, Mr. Biggs, is the primary sponsor of a bill called NOSHA, the No Occupational Safety Administration Act. It abolishes OSHA. So to say for this Congress to talk about we need stronger OSHA protections and that will, essentially save this industry. It's rich irony.
And on top of that, to have this Congress be giving immunity when we know that a product has resulted in so many people having such a serious injury in the workplace. That's another rich irony. And thank you. I will yield back.
Of course.